that Frederick Douglass guy, a very wealthy man. He was very well for himself. He never used slavery as an excuse. He was self-taught, self-educated. He was one of the greatest Republicans to ever live. He was so was Harriet Tubman. They didn't use slavery as an excuse. They got over it. And
You want Harriet Tubman?
We got black people
Hey,
worldwide opportunities.
Hey, if you gonna stop with that Jedi mind trick too, they're saying Frederick Douglass and Harriet Tubman was Republicans. We're trying to be sick because you leaving out the part. There was a major shift in both parties. Because it was a major shift. Because the ideology of today's Democrat was the ideology of yesterday's Republican. And the ideology of today's Republican was the ideology of yesterday's Democrat. It was a shift. And that shift happened after the Civil War. Republicans. Oh, no. I'm thinking about Civil rights, man. Why you lose yourself? Let me tell you. Who passed civil rights? Who passed civil rights? Democrats and Republicans.
The Republicans did. The
right.
majority of civil rights bill that look it up. 80% of votes.
Why didn't vote for it then? You cannot keep talking about my favorite woman of all time, Harriet Tubman. Don't keep bringing her up and trying to miss her in with some stuff. Right. That's out there. Stop missing Harriet Tubman up with motherfucking Trump. She had nothing to do with Republicans like that, bro.
That part, the only part that burns me up.
I can laugh at everything else. You cannot do that. Harriet Tubman. You gonna try to make them?
You're gonna leave out a complete ideological shift. Yeah, it's easy to say Frederick Douglass was Republican and Harriet Tubman was Republican when you leave out the story.
That was back then.
Yeah, but you have to tell the fucking story, idiot. Come on, bro. You think somebody's stupid?
You're doing that on purpose.
Yeah.
This kind of slow down. This kind of slows down a little bit before you get to the play.
See, he hope what it is. People like him.
People though.
Yeah. See, people like him. They hope we don't know.
You got the wrong motherfuckers for that shit.
But then when they find out they know, he still got to push that shit. He got to still push that shit and push it hard for the people that's listening that don't know. That's not. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'll hit that.
You him?
You.
At your military base,
Go ahead.
but none of them will hit the base. These are very accurate missiles. These are missiles that essentially never miss. They're very reliable, very accurate. 5 of them blew up in the air, didn't make it, and the others hit outside the base area. You remember that, Louis? You were there, right? Louis was very nervous. I wasn't nervous because I knew something that Louis didn't know. So they told me that they were going to hit us, but they just had to do it. Now, I never told that story before, but you know what that story is about? Respect for our nation. Respect for our nation. So we have a
an event coming up that I believe will be the biggest election in the history of our country. We have an event coming up that is important for lots of the obvious reasons, but important because there has never been a more incompetent, more corrupt, or worse president in the history of the United States than crooked Joe Biden. What he's doing, he is destroying our country. And the happiest person alive today is a man named Jimmy Carter, because Jimmy Carter, I would say, had a brilliant presidency if you compare it to what we're going through with this person. He had an absolutely brilliant presidency. But we're going to do things immediately, within 24 hours. We're going to stop the invasion of our southern and, by the way, our northern border, which is not great either. But we are going to stop immediately. And we have great people like Brandon Judd, Border Patrol, the people at ICE, Tom Homan, who's fantastic, Central Casting. We have great, they'll do it within 48 hours. Like the caravan I told you that's on its way up, they wouldn't have caravan.
What does strength mean to you? Some say it's how fast you run a mile, but there are other ways to define strength. What matters is that we figure it out together. Fitness Together believes personal training should be just that, personal. Whether in a private studio suite or virtually on a live one-on-one session, your workout is custom built to fit your needs, so you can get strong, however you define it.
Let me take a breather and chat a bit about something that's become like my right hand. It's always there, and I use it every single day, rain or shine. It's Notion, an absolute godsend of a platform. It helps me manage the wild jungle that my work often turns into. What you might not know is that they launched a brand new projects feature that allows you to manage, track, and delegate with the power of AI. Here you can add different tasks, and the cool thing about this is that the AI is built in at an even deeper level than it was up until now. So right here, I'll create a new task, and we'll set it to in progress. I'll assign different people that will work on this and set a deadline. This one is rather low priority, and by clicking this button, you will get an AI summary right away. Everybody has access to the same thing, and we can organize everything in one place. We get all the views and many more features. It's really powerful. So whether you're a wordsmith, a businessman, a tech enthusiast, or a content creator like me, Notion's got your back. Still on the fence? Well, why not give Notion a free try? You might just find out it's a total game changer, just like I did for my team.
Goes back to what we said about common sense. Death to America, death to America. By the way, we'd love to be a citizen. No, thanks. We don't want it. And I took a lot of heat. And then our Supreme Court, you know, we picked 3 justices, great justices, and over 300 federal judges, of which you have a lot of them. You have a lot of them right here in Texas. So that really helped. And by the way, you have a very good attorney general who went through hell. He went through hell, and I was very happy to have helped. I was very happy to have helped, but they shouldn't have done that to him because he's one of the best in the country, and they shouldn't have done that to him. But it's one of those things. But if you hate America, if you want to abolish Israel, if you sympathize with jihadists, then we really don't want you coming into our country. We don't want you coming into our country. So we have an election coming up, and if you remember, and I know everyone here probably does, I only see very few, very, very young, but I do see young audiences now. We have the youngest audience. I noticed in the polls that have really been spectacular. We're leading DeSanctimonious by 54 points, 60 points. 61 came out today. We're at 70, almost 70, 69, and he's at like 8. It's like a wounded bird falling from the sky. Oh, who is that? Oh, that's Ron DeSanctimonious. Look, if I endorsed Louis, if Louis was down and out like DeSanctimonious, and I said, Louis Gohmert, I'm going to endorse you, it's going to bring you back. And then he goes out and he's down and out, he's got no chance. I endorse him, and then he goes like a rocket ship up, right? And then they ask 4 years later, then I got him through the general election also. But 4 years later, they come to Louis Gohmert, they say, sir, would you like to run for president against the president? Louis Gohmert would say, no, I can't do that because what he did for me was life-changing. Ron DeSanctimonious was looking for jobs. He ran, he was at 3%. The leader was, I think, in the 40s, right? Like 42, 43. The leader had almost $30 million in the bank. He was the very successful agricultural commissioner of Florida, which is like the second position in Florida after the governor. And he was there for 8 years, and his whole life was to run, but I didn't know him. And DeSanctimonious came to see me. Would you do it? Tears in his eyes. Nobody would even believe it. I don't know if he was wearing those same boots. I didn't notice that. I don't care either. That I don't care about. With tears in his eyes, he said, sir, if you endorse me, I think I could win. I said, Ron, you're doing so badly that if George Washington and Abraham Lincoln came back from the dead and they endorsed you and they would be your running mate in some form, you're not gonna make it. So you're really popular in Florida. I'm telling you, sir, it would give me a chance. Now, I didn't know Adam Putnam, but he was supposed to be a good guy, but I didn't know him. I never met him. So I owed him nothing. But a lot of the congressmen, this man right here, more than anybody, and Wesley, because he's so young, he didn't get the full brunt, but there was nobody better than Wesley, and there's nobody better anyway because he's great. Okay. Take good care of him, Texas. Take good care of him. But Louis was right on the front lines, much better than Ron. But Ron was one of about 150 that were out there all the time saying the impeachment hoax #1, impeachment hoax #2, that they're hoaxes, right? And I appreciated that. So I said, all right, Ron, look, we'll do it. It's going to be tough, but we'll do it. And I asked him to write me out what he'd like to say, and he wrote it out. It was terrible. And that we found out. He's got terrible instincts. I mean, he was against Social Security, little things. He was against Social Security. He wanted to raise the age. He was against Medicare. He wanted to cut the hell out of Medicare. I said, these people deserve Medicare. They've been fighting for it. We could do a lot of other things like drill and take in money instead of doing that. But he was against things that were not good and not fair. And what happened is he wins. And then he wins the general. I did 2 or 3 rallies that were massive rallies. I said, you're going to win, Ron, because the man he ran against was the hottest guy in Democrat politics. Let's assume I was the hottest guy in politics because I was president, right? I don't want to be foolish. But no, he was the hottest guy in Democrat politics. They said he'll be president someday. And they didn't know he was a crackhead. So turned out that was revealed about 1.5 years later. But he was hard to beat. And I said, you're going to beat him. After the 2nd or 3rd rally, I said, let me tell you, you're going to win. He said, no, I don't think so. I said, you're going to win. Okay, so he won. That's it. I didn't see him too much. It wasn't like a social friend. I'd help Florida a lot, just like I helped Texas a lot. Every time you had those storms were brutal. We took care of you. We took care of Texas. That was my baby. We took care of Texas. But they asked him, are you going to run against the president? And he said something that I didn't like. I have no comment. Now, when they say I have no comment, Mario, he's a great businessman. That's not a good sign. Do you agree? He should have said, I would never run against our president. He's done a great job. And I endorse him fully immediately. And in 2028, he'd have a very good chance. But now I don't think he'd have much of a chance because he's been exposed as having no personality. And if a politician doesn't have some personality, you don't need a lot. #1, you need super competence. And you got to be smart as hell. And you got to be able to handle all the bullshit that they give you, including when they make you the political opponent.
At Amazon Freight, we know the only thing better than having a friend with a truck is having a friend with a bigger truck.
There's so much evidence. We're going to show you things that nobody believed, but it was a rigged election. But so they asked Ron DeSanctimonious, and he said, I have no comment. And I said, I heard that. I said, play that back. One of the greatest inventions in history, TiVo.
Talking about politics coming from a view of
one of the great, better than television.
We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit that's on TV. You know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood view. You know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench. Because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on a Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter. You know?
Yeah. There we go. And I am Tony D, #1 soul brother.
Welcome to HOODVIEW, baby. Headlines. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on. As far as the Gaza war, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if we want to call it a war or not. But yeah, you know, we got Republican debates, which to me is almost useless at this point.
Yeah, but still fun to look at.
Yeah. Now that I get you. It is fun to listen to. And Nikki Haley's starting to creep up on their asses too.
You know what? There was a lot of people that called that.
So you never know.
So, you know,
Now she gonna creep up, and then the orange demon gonna slap the shit out of her.
oh, he already turned his focus, or some of his focus towards her anyway. He done called her quite a few things. Called her dumb or something this week.
That's his thing.
You know.
That's his thing. You know?
So, you already know. He gonna turn his attention and light her ass up sooner or later.
Now, as we sit and listen to that speech right there, what you get from that?
Same thing I always get. But, you know, you just say the same thing over and over and over. The dude, look. Dude's an entertainer.
Loud Pack J23 saying, is he complaining or campaigning?
Right. You just say the same old. I mean, look. The one thing I can say about him is he knows his craft. He knows his base. He knows his crowd. He knows how to fire them up. He knows what to say to get them wild up and get them hooting and hollering or whatever. But to win this election, I mean, that's good. I'll say this. That's good enough. What he's doing is good enough to win the Republican nomination right now. But when it comes time for him to have to grow the base and grow his base and get more support and say something with substance, that's all he got to say, and he really ain't really much more he can say.
Man, I don't know about it. At this point, like we had a MAGA, anybody don't know, we had a MAGA Republican on here last podcast. And hey, we just want all that. We want to see with how they thinking. Most of that stuff they got going on is just, it's hard for me to explain. You see what I'm saying? And then you want to ask your man, okay, where you getting your facts at? Then it's just all over the place from there. It's like, not good.
No. He said, the first two he said, and I knew he was going to say, because that's where he get all the information from. It's Fox and Newsmax. And Fox and Newsmax is not giving you, not going to give you, and not ever has given you the straight, unadulterated truth about what's going on. As I was trying to tell him the other night, Fox News, since basically since its inception, Fox News and Rupert Murdoch has been nothing but a propaganda wing of the Republican Party. And whatever, that's where they go. They've been programmed. They've been programmed to go there, and now this Newsmax and one. So they got quite a few news outlets. That's Fox News and Fox News Light.
Yeah.
And something Hillary Clinton said last week before last. She said recently, in recent weeks, she said that the people that tune in to these channels and get their news from these channels basically need to be deprogrammed because they won't go. They won't check out anything else. Like me, I tune into MSNBC. I tune in to CNN a lot because I think CNN is the more neutral of all the news channels. That's the way I feel. That's the way I look at it. But I will also check out Fox or Newsmax to get, to see where the upside coming from and to see what they're reporting on and how they're reporting. But the people that tune into the Fox, Newsmax, American Ones, and all this stuff, they won't do that because they've been programmed to think that everything else is fake news.
You're making a point where you deciphering. Okay, I know where they coming from here, and I know where they coming from here. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
When there's some people that don't know what's happening, they just listening.
They don't care.
Like most people that listen to Fox don't know it's an underground thing going on. Like they lying. You know what I'm saying? They don't know that. They're just watching the channel.
Right.
So those people right there is hard to convince because they just listen to news. They don't know the shit going down the screen and this shit is trying to manipulate you to think some other dumb shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't just put the news under the screen. It's something to manipulate you.
Right.
It's just the craziest shit.
And see what people that tune into the Fox and the Newsmax and the channels like that don't realize something else too. That they're being denied, not only being lied to, but they're being denied. Like if something is going down and it's a news conference being given by the president, vice president, or somebody in the cabinet, or something that's going down, something that really that's newsworthy and the public needs to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Like Fox won't carry it. And it's not only like that on the news channel, it's like that on the network too. Because I checked that out and seen that on nights when you have breaking news, and it's not like back in the day, like when we was coming up before, they had all the cable news channels where you can go and get breaking news on and like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they would break in, like if something serious happening, they would break in. We got a special report, and they'll go to Tom Brokaw and Peter Jennings and Walter Cronkite or Dan Rather and all this stuff. When they do that now, nowadays, that when you should get that, this is an NBC News special report. This is a special report from ABC News. If it comes in on the network, it's big news. I've seen times, and this is recently, especially with the stuff that's going on overseas and the mass shootings and gun control stuff, you would have NBC, ABC, CBS will interrupt programming and bring you a news conference or bring you a special report. And I do this every time I see that. I always see it on the networks. I always check all 4 of the major networks. And you can get ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox will not carry it, especially if it has something to do with the president or something that looks favorable on the president.
That's the problem with that channel. It's like you gotta. Yeah. They don't give you straight news. It's deciphered. Yeah.
It's cherry picked. Yeah. And you can't have that because the news is the news, and you owe if you are a news organization, and basically us as podcasters who talk about politics and what's going on in the news and the things that affect our audience and our public and our people in general, we are a news organization and we have a responsibility to bring it to them. No matter if we like the news or the news is favorable, because it's been a nights on here. Yes, we lean to the left, we lean Democrat. But you can go back over YouTube to the hundreds of videos we got on there, might be thousands now. We done fired some Democrats up. We don't like having to do it because that's the way we lean, because we believe that way, or that thinking is what's best for us as a people in a country. But even though we don't like it, we have to bring it to you. And when you got a news organization that deliberately leave out and gloss over or just don't even report on some things, you're doing the public and you're doing the people a disservice.
Don't forget that shit. And you had motherfuckers just like Don Lemon on the joint. Now Don Lemon over the Halloween, Halloween did some things, right?
Yeah.
Now everybody don't know Don Lemon. He was on CNN. I think they let him go, didn't they?
Yeah, he finally got himself fired.
Don Lemon, yeah. Now I ain't never liked him. He just, not because he was gay, but just because his personality on screen just ain't pop for me.
He was
trying too hard. First of all,
he was more trying to be the news than report the news.
So him and his husband, now anybody don't know, Don Lemon is gay.
He's a homosexual.
Dressed up as the first lady.
Oh my God.
And her husband. Jeez.
Oh my God. That'll be falling apart.
Like I was telling Tony, is make this so bad is I know who you want to be in this costume. That is not good. Like if I was to put that on, you'll be looking at me like, bro, who you fuck you supposed to be?
First of all, I'm gonna tell you one thing further. We know who he want to be in the costume. We know who he want to be in real life, and we know who he want to be in a relationship.
And then looking at this nigga boyfriend, that nigga look gay as fuck too.
Oh yeah.
This is odd.
This is sick.
And I'm thinking, like, if he was on TV, he would not do that.
No. I think if he
this is extreme.
If he was still on TV, he would have. Hey,
this is.
They wouldn't even let.
Lipstick.
I don't see nobody, a producer, letting him do this on TV. They wouldn't even let him do that. He'd have had to pick another costume.
We talking about lipstick, the wig, man, bro. I'm gonna tell you, then that nigga. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
He looks fun.
Mm-hmm. This is not good.
Mm-mm.
It's not good at all.
Mm-mm. No. Oh, you got me now.
But I'm gonna tell you who he looked like. Let me tell you who he looked like, or who you remind me of. He looked like Joanna Man.
The nigga literally is looking like the first lady, bro.
He should be ashamed of his fucking self for doing that, bro. Like any Negro that think when Halloween comes they can put on some bullshit like that, that's bullshit, bro. This is what you want to do. Cause Halloween won't make me change my mind about putting on girl shit, bro.
But see, he can get away with it.
The whole lipstick
because it is Halloween.
That's what I mean. And I think niggas that take that time out to do that on that day is bullshit. It's
Hey,
what they want to
That
do.
means he was waiting for that day.
That's what I mean. It's their favorite day.
He was waiting for that day. I can't wait to put these panties on.
And it's funny because we had a debate with the MAGA Republican the other day about gay rights and stuff. Right? And to him, it's just no rights. You get no rights.
Yeah, he is.
So that was that right there was a good debate for any black people watching us. You can see the MAGA Republican view on it. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. And it was a view.
I mean, look, you don't have to like it. You don't have to like everything. You don't have to agree with everything. You know, but at some point, something with him it just got under my skin because it's like he don't want no rights for nobody. I can't see how people look when you get to the point that you don't want rights for nobody. You look down on not only black people but your own kind. You basically look down on black people, black women in particular, as if they're nothing. As if black women don't have it hard enough as it is. To have a black man just think of black women as shit, basically. Yeah, that shit rubbed me the wrong way. That shit got under my skin because look, you don't have to. You can agree or disagree with any policies that Democrats put out there, Republicans put out there, anything. But for you to, you don't want nothing for it ain't for nobody. You just don't want nothing for particular groups. You don't want nothing for blacks. You don't want nothing for women. You don't want nothing for gays. You don't want nothing for
They've been brainwashed.
Latino. What?
Most of the things he wants benefit the white culture.
This is the problem. You don't want all of this, and you talk down and you talk about these people like they garbage, they criminals. Black women women are responsible for all the crime and all of this shit. And then when you say you a fucking bigot, oh no, I'm not a bigot. How the fuck if you are a black bigot? You are, bro. You bigoted and you bigoted towards your own kind. And your skin tone darker than mine. And you out here spitting.
That's why people call him Uncle Ruckus.
Right. And you spitting bigoted policies from a bigot organization or a bigot movement. And Trump's not a racist.
Yeah, now he won't convince himself. He trying to do himself now.
Right.
Ain't that funny?
I don't get this shit. I mean, this dude, man.
Anybody don't know what we talking about? We had a MAGA Republican away last week.
He'll be back.
And and we was Tony got annoyed, put it like that, with a few things.
Okay, annoyed. I take that one. I got annoyed.
Hey man, was just all over the place. But hey, personally, I want that. I wanted the black man to tell that side like that. The average black person sit there and listen to this and take from it what they need. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I want the same. I want that too. I want you to come on here. I want you to come on here and be able to come on and feel free. And this goes for anybody. We tell you every week, you got open door policy. You got a no damn door policy. But
We want people to feel free to come in here and you can express your views, express how you feel and what you think about stuff. Because we express the way we feel. But don't come in here and run down black people. Don't come down here and run down black women. Don't come down here and run down anybody. Latinos, poor whites, because there's some good, decent white people out here. We don't want you to run down. Say what you feel. If you feel that way and you think that, okay, you don't dig the welfare system and all of this, you don't, you think it might could be a better healthcare system.
Let's debate.
Let's have that debate. But don't, when you run down, especially the hell that black women go through, that shit get under my skin. Yeah. And you ran down our first black first lady. For a first lady that we come to find out selling that ass.
It's hard for me to wrap my hands around the whole Trump thing, to be honest with you, because
give me 1 second.
It's crazy.
Hold on. And you ran down our beautiful black first lady for a first lady who plagiarized and stole the speech and words and tried to pass them off as herself.
That's what it happened too.
So,
that 4 years that Trump was president was the wildest 4 years. It did so much happening in that 4 years. But when you look back and be like, man, that's wild. That happened in Trump 20. You don't realize that he was only there for 4 years. Bro.
4 years.
So much shit that went on, bro.
4 years.
Crazy. 4 little years.
4 years. And we are still feeling the effects. And we will feel the effects of this 4 years, probably 40 years from now. It's ridiculous.
Now, everybody don't know. First of all, this podcast is the veins of black culture.
Right.
That's this podcast, right? So we need to give y'all news when y'all need news. And the NAACP has made it clear. That you, me, him,
everybody else
with a black Uranus
right on
should not. Now I repeat, I need everybody, even you reals, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't care fuck if you mad or not.
Right.
Stay out of Florida.
Hostile. Let's focus on that word.
Towards Negroes.
Let's focus on that word. Hostile. What did that word hostile mean to you?
If a motherfucker say, hey, black people, don't go here because it's going to be real hostile for your culture, that means, no, we shouldn't be there. And that right there, over there, is a problem. Wherever that's at.
And they went beyond hostile for your culture. They said they hostile for your ass.
So anybody don't know, NAACP put out a warning for everybody black in America to read the heed to this. And you know, when people put this out, you gotta pay attention to stuff like this. I know you might be rails, might be a black Republican. We get that. Right. But we got the NAACP, bro. Okay? When they say, I don't think it's helpful for your black ass to be here.
Hey, look.
I think we gotta listen to that, bro.
Right. Now, to me, what it means is the state of Florida don't like, don't want nothing to do. And you with your black ass, and you are not welcome. That means when somebody hostile to you,
Not good.
that means I don't want you around. That means if you want to insist on being around, you know, I'm gonna treat you bad. I'm gonna treat you like shit. I mean, ain't nothing going your way. You know, I'm gonna make you feel unwelcome. And it's not only the NAACP that said this, but it's also a Latino organization that's telling brown-skinned people.
Oh, I ain't know that.
Yeah. It's not only going for black people, it's going for Hispanic people too.
Say heed when these organizations say stuff like this, man.
So that's why they say, that's why the warning or the whatever is, you know, is directed towards people of color. I mean, if you got some skin, if you got some skin tone, stay your ass at home.
Yeah, now that's a goddamn show.
Don't go to Florida.
Don't forget about this. Florida for black people. Pay attention, right?
Right.
Pay attention. Now, if you go in Atlanta right now, my thing about this whole trial, the RICO case, the whole thing with Trump is, there's a few things. First of all, you got a lot of people that's saying fuck it. Now, there's a lot of people that gave up. Sidney Powell pleading guilty, and they testifying, they giving themselves up. This thing getting out of hand, especially the women. I already told you from the beginning, all the women are gonna snitch. They don't give a fuck. ASAP. Then most of the niggas, they gotta try and find out, can we pay them off or get them some pussy or something? You know what I'm saying?
Now, I want to say this.
Sidney Powell was the first one to break it.
Hold on, but I want to say something.
Ellis is next.
You owe me a grab. I told you this shit was gonna happen when it first went down. You like, nah, they ain't gonna switch. Told you, motherfuckers started looking at that time, and half of these people are old, and they gonna start looking at mandatory sentences and see that Trump ain't doing shit for them, and Trump don't give a fuck about it. They was gonna start switching. Nah, they ain't.
Rudy Giuliani is not going nowhere. What's this nigga, Davey, whatever the fuck? Not gonna do shit. What's this nigga at the bottom? He's not gonna say shit. Kenneth ain't gonna say, these women, getting the fuck out of here.
Chesborough? What's his name? Chesborough?
Yeah.
Chesborough already flipped.
Who's Chesborough?
I think it's Chesborough, some shit like that.
Everybody talking, but everybody ain't flipped yet.
But you got, I ain't saying everybody's gonna flip. I said they was gonna start flipping and some of them gonna flip.
If Rudy Giuliani flipped, then that's a problem.
I have.
You think Rudy Giuliani will flip?
I think the closer, I think not
wait.
I think it's not at this point, but I think the closer it gets to trial, and Rudy already financially strapped. Yeah. But I think the closer it gets to trial, the more of an opportunity and more of a chance it is for Rudy to flip. Because most motherfuckers don't flip until they done ran out of options in.
Yeah.
Look, I got to do this.
Rudy been ran out.
But nah, but see, you know, I'm gonna tell you.
This RICO case is a problem.
Right, but I'm gonna tell you from experience. Most motherfuckers don't flip till like it get to its last minute. Because
they're trying to hold out.
Right, because the longer you can hold out, the better deal you hope to get. Especially if you're going to deliver the big fish. Now, with Mark Meadows flipping, that's a problem. Sidney Powell flipping, that's a big damn problem.
Yeah, I was just about to say, yeah, we just said Sidney Powell is one big piece of this.
But Mark Meadows is a bigger piece than Sidney Powell because
Sidney Powell problem.
But Mark Meadows is a bigger problem because Mark Meadows was chief of staff and Mark Meadows knows everything.
Anybody know Sidney Powell? She pleaded guilty and agreed to testify.
Yep.
Yikes.
And she's a problem.
Yikes.
She's a big problem.
Yikes.
But the big problem is Mark Meadows flipped
And if Mark Meadows flipped, Mark Meadows was chief of staff. That means nothing went on. It wasn't an ant in the corner pissing on a cotton ball that Mark Meadows didn't know about that White House.
True.
So that's a problem.
True.
That is a problem.
This right here, man, like American politics since my generation, this is about the now. I think what's his name? Tricky Dick Nixon. Not on this level though. This is just. So that was the last time it was really like this, but this is a whole other level.
The shit Trump done in the past Nixon.
Long time ago.
Yeah, he didn't pass Nixon. Nixon shit was.
I think he was hiding papers and shit. Like
them tapes. White House.
Hiding
He
tapes.
wouldn't turn on White House tapes.
This nigga Trump been past that shit.
That was incriminating him, telling the motherfucker, him and H.R. Haldeman and Ehrlichman and all them motherfuckers.
He resigned.
They had the motherfuckers on tape. But for the thing that fucked up Nixon, the initial Watergate break-in, Nixon didn't know about and didn't have nothing to do with it. What fucked Nixon up was cover-up. It wasn't crime, it was cover-up. Now with Trump involved in the crime and the fucking cover-up.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't surpass Nixon on so many levels. It is ridiculous.
Now, everybody know Trump got another case in New York.
Yep.
Now, there's another black lady. He got 2 black ladies on his arraignment.
Tan his ass. Tan his ass.
You gotta love America, bro. So now the black lady in New York is getting a lot of death threats and threatening. Trying to threaten her. Both of them, really. They both going through death threats. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't think either one of them going to stop. They gonna get this thing.
That's Chance Barrow right there.
These niggas ain't none of them going. I just think they gonna get them. These 2 black women is gonna get what they need, bro. I'm trying to tell you, they're not gonna scare these black women, bro.
We gonna dig it. We can dig into our culture a little bit right here.
And that's little Trisha James. That's
Have you ever
AG
in your lifetime known a black woman that was out to get a mofo and didn't get that mofo?
Mm-hmm.
We know if these black beautiful black ladies,
Yeah, they are.
They
gonna get them.
If they got the evidence and they got the wherewithal, his ass is grass.
Trust me, that Atlanta joint, man. I'm trying to tell you, that Rico shit.
Look,
Man,
let me tell you.
he probably somewhere sweating every night.
Look,
Thinking about that shit.
This is the thing about that Rico case. The longer it goes on, the more you're gonna see it being everybody for themselves.
Oh yeah.
And it's gonna end up being, especially if Trump not in that White House. If Trump don't get elected, they can shit.
It's gonna be a
There's
problem.
gonna be a free for all. Because these people haven't turned unless they ain't turned for no reason. Unless they went, they probably now already had a status hearing. They had some kind of status.
They gonna snitch. They all going to jail. Right. They definitely gonna snitch.
And it was probably in Letitia James or the lady in Atlanta. She was probably like, "Well, look, I'll tell you like this. I'm gonna show you the evidence because the prosecution got to turn over the evidence, and they're gonna say, "This is what we got. We got all this on you. Fuck what we put out in public. We got more shit. We got this, and this. Now, you're gonna do time for this, and this. I'm telling you, we got evidence of this, we got evidence of that, and we can prove this, we can prove that, and we can prove this. And we're gonna ask
for time on each count. They might even threaten and say, we're gonna run that shit back to back. And you might not never see the outside of jail again. And you know what they're gonna say? Man, that this motherfucker, I'm broken. I'm using up all my money and this motherfucker ain't trying to help me. He going around all he worrying about is being president and worrying about his own self. I tell him, they got me for lying about this and lying about that. Fuck, no, I ain't going to jail for this motherfucker. What you want to know? Fuck him.
So far, everybody know for a fact that first Pence dropped out of the race completely. So he dropped out. I mean, to me, he shouldn't have been in it, first of all. But money is a big thing in politics, bro. He ain't had none of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was nobody supporting him, though, bro. That's tough in the Republican Party, bro. He couldn't get no money, though. Think about that. No money for the vice president.
This is where,
4 years ago.
Yeah, because this is where he fucked up at. He had a chance to come out and show he had some spine, for one. To show that he has some backbone, to show that he has some integrity. You was in the White House for 4 years with this dude, and this dude sit there and turn on you like he was COVID. And
true.
In all reality, if people will go back and study Mike Pence and look at the shit that Pence does and the shit that he advocates for, Pence is more extreme than Trump on a lot of his views. He could have ran, but he chickened the fuck out when it come to going up against Trump, because what they want, the MAGA, he could have won over some of the MAGA party because he's for the same shit they want. But you's a fucking chicken. When this motherfucking man sit there and set them people up in there to hang your ass and didn't give a fuck about him hanging your ass with Mike Pence, hang Mike Pence, and he like, fuck hang him there.
Man.
You were supposed to came out as the alternative to Trump. You that wing of the party that don't want Trump. That wing of the and that how much of the vote DeSantis got about 17, 18%, some shit like that now?
13%.
13%? Damn.
Trump is 61.
Right. He should have been ahead of DeSantis at the very least. Trump probably would have still had a lead, but he should have been the alternative to, okay, we don't, if for the people who like, I don't think Trump could beat Biden. But we know that what we think Pence might have a chance because Pence was once the vice president. Pence is for the same policies that we want. But if you want to go out there and you still want to kiss the ass of the man who sent motherfuckers in the Capitol on January 6th, and you was one of the motherfuckers they was gonna hang along with Nancy Pelosi, and you chicken out and you don't confront them, you don't confront this dude, you ain't confronted this dude yet. That's why your dumb ass out the race. Because you a chicken shit.
And you got DeSantis in second. You got Nikki Haley right behind him with 7%, tied with Ramaswamy. And everybody else is at 3.
I'm about to actually be mad Tim Scott.
He had 3.
Really think he got a chance?
If they make it to South Carolina, if they don't, if it take a long time to go through there, they in trouble. He in deep shit. Sure. If they in Arkansas and Kansas all the time and all this shit, How do Republicans go? They don't go to South Carolina for a long time, don't they? Hell no. He done.
He got money issues too.
Yeah, all of them do. If you ain't Trump, you got money issues for sure.
I mean,
Sanchez got money. All of them fucked.
Yeah. The only one I ain't been hearing about it, I ain't really been checking on, but it's Haley. I don't know.
She been moving up in the polls. She got to 7, but there's no way she can have money.
Right. And see, this is the thing about the whole Republican race. Everybody's scared of Trump. The only one that's scared of him is Christie. And Haley. Haley ain't really scared of him. She'll go back and forth with him.
He don't even bring her up. He ain't even think about her.
But he don't have to yet. But
he don't really have to talk about none of these.
He don't have to talk about none of them. But I think that when it gets to the point that if he ever gets on the debate stage, she gonna be the one that digging his ass. And she gonna be the one that benefit because she'll get that sympathy vote or that sympathy when he just go all out and try to trash a woman on the debate stage and have his little mini-me Ramaswamy right there with him.
Ramaswamy.
But I think Pence has shown that he a chicken shit. And this is politics. You can't sit there and kiss it. Y'all gonna sit there and kiss this man's ass, and he just going straight up in the polls. Y'all kissing his ass, and he already tell y'all, he basically telling y'all every week or every debate, I don't gotta debate y'all. Y'all ain't shit to me. Fuck, I need to get out there and debate with y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't shit to me. Y'all ain't doing me no. Y'all, it don't do me no good to sit there. I don't even have to talk to y'all.
That's true.
Y'all is nobody that I have to talk to. So why y'all don't bother me? And everybody know why Chris Christie is in the race. If they view Chris Christie as a serious candidate, then he might have
3%.
Right. He might have more than 3%. But everybody know why he in the race. And so that means if they already know why he's in the race, that means the Trump supporters already tuned him out. Just like they tune out everybody else. Just like they tune out just like they tune out other news channels, they tune out other people, they tune out the other candidates, they just tune them out. They like the people that support him. Chris Christie ain't gonna do shit to change their mind.
Chris Christie.
Idiot.
So anybody need to check out the motherfucking that debate's coming up. I don't know, when is this?
Wednesday night.
Yeah, Wednesday, matter of fact.
Yeah, we're gonna do something with
check out those motherfucking debates for sure. We're gonna try to bring up the MAGA man with us.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying, to get his. Well, he already told you he don't like the Republicans. He just like Trump. So, and that means anybody that's with MAGA is on his team.
So he just basically he just a fan. He just a Trump fan.
Because none of
some other reason.
The more and more we talk with him, I start realizing that his real values don't align with the motherfucking Trump shit
at all.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, keep your persona up, man. Whatever gets you paid. You know what I'm saying? Now,
whatever makes you both float.
That's the goddamn show. Each and every Tuesday night we live. You know what I'm saying, dog? We come in each and every Tuesday night. The other nights you may or may not see us, but when we pop up, it will be a surprise. You know what I'm saying, dog? Like on Friday nights. You know what I'm saying, dog? Yeah. Then before we go though, it's a Democrat that we need to get on. Martinez, whatever the fuck this name.
Which
one? The Senate. Him and his wife just run around with all the bread from motherfucking other countries and shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. And we done got on them before, but they didn't know.
The things to find out his wife is more involved than anything than she led on from the beginning.
So she acting like
which I knew anyway. It's like he couldn't do all that without his wife knowing nothing about this shit.
So she acting like Jenny Thomas.
These niggas was getting shit from overseas, letting these niggas know, bruh, I'm gonna tell you right now. This nigga need to be locked up, hung for real. Fuck the bullshit. Hung. Like, just like I always said about Trump. If Trump would do that shit with Russia, hang this nigga.
Tear his ass up.
Right in front of everybody. Like, bro, you cannot give seekers away to, why you doing that? And they was paying this nigga, though. This really happened.
Oh, and you know what? We do got some.
What the fuck?
And while we're talking about this guy too, you know, we need to also make note that they are opening an investigation into that $2 billion that Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump got from the Saudis.
That ain't good either.
Hell no, because you know something.
All that fuzzy shit, boy. Is like, did the businessman jump out? Perry Johnson, did he jump out yet? He's still in it. He got his own bread, so he might not be out. Right. Oh, matter of fact, he did drop out. He dropped out. Okay. I'm about to say. So what do you think about the new speaker?
Well, what I think is he's gonna last past the election. You see all kind of stuff coming out about him now, especially a whole lot of sexual cover-up shit.
Oh my God, don't do it.
So
anybody don't know there's what's his name, Mike Johnson?
Yeah.
We're gonna do a profile on black men and the black women of America. He knew that he on the scene as the speaker. So I don't think we ever did a profile on him before. That's coming.
We know who he was.
Exactly. So I guarantee you, we do a profile on him. He probably a MAGA motherfucker. I ain't even gonna have to get into this that far.
He is.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he was one of the main ones that pressing to overturn the election.
Now, if anybody is not paying attention to the Republican Party, they are really eating itself within, side out. And right now, the Republican part of the party that is racist, bigoted, Trump lovers, put it like that.
Yep.
That part of the party is now taking completely over. Where they got the Speaker of the House now.
Oh, you know he adopted a black son.
So to me,
and there's a whole lot of shit behind that.
Oh, he never surprised me, bro. boy. You gonna be a MAGA supporter with a black son. How we do this? What this be doing? How we do this
He
stuff?
probably adopted that dude. Come on with us. Get me stop.
That's why we here though. We're gonna point out the bullshit.
Yeah, here we go.
The ciphers.
Here we go.
And the dog whistles. Don't forget about those. We don't play with those either.
House Speaker Mike Johnson's adopted son has had a string of run-ins with law enforcement for crimes ranging from drug possession to theft.
So they grown now, right?
Yeah, he grown. Yeah, he's 40.
So another nigga probably wish he can disconnect him from his life, from him saying this motherfucking adopted.
Yeah. So he a little charges. Since 2000, James has been arrested more than a dozen times, according to records reviewed by the Post. Charges against him in Florida, range from marijuana and cocaine possession, theft, possession of a concealed weapon, violating protective order, so he must have been beating somebody, and possession of drug paraphernalia.
Now, before we get out of here, right?
Damn, hold on.
Oh, good.
Good one. On 2 occasions, he was sentenced to prison time, serving 37 days. On the cocaine possession rap in 2003, 30-day terms in 2000 on the retail theft charge, and he was boosted too. He was also ordered by court to take an anger management class. Damn, this dude is.
Now, before we get out of here, right?
He a Cowboy fan too, so that makes it even worse.
It's another thing we want to bring light to black people, right?
Bring it.
Now, you hear me have a problem with motherfucking Biden in Israel, Gaza, how he quickly reacted, resources heading there, the whole nine, right? But it's one problem we got. Now, I get it, right? We and Tony got a lot of beef for us, the black culture and how we being treated. We got a lot of avenues we can go through, and a lot of categories, right? But at some point, right, it can't be focused on white culture, white countries. You have to pay attention to us black countries. For example, NBA. Most of their people coming in from Europe, they bring in basketball players from that part of the world. Why? You trying to tell me nobody in Africa playing basketball? Nobody in Sudan playing basketball, bro? Really though? So there's no influx of Sudans forming in America. There's no, you know what I'm saying? But it's more of the European step over there. All them people coming over here. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
it's just like
it's because, and I know a lot. I know quite a few Africans. Soccer is a thing.
That's cool.
And it's,
but I know somebody where they playing basketball.
But it's some. But you know damn well, Coach K ain't going over there recruiting in Africa.
That's my point. What did the last mother came up with? Mutombo? Damn, can't be black. Jeez. But you can think of a lot of Europeans that come over.
There's a lot, yeah, because they, you know, with the style of basketball they play these days.
Exactly. So do we, as a country,
they hot right now.
As a country, do we, like, I pay taxes, right? So when I watch my president, I don't have no problem with it. I get it. They killing kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with you taking care of that. Right? But you can't take care of that and ignore a whole country over here that the president was assassinated. The country's been run by thugs and criminals, raping and killing kids. But your reason for going over there in Israel is what again? Is it the same things? Killing kids? Is it the same thing? Well, what is the difference to me?
Well, to us it's not.
I mean,
to us it doesn't. The difference, it is a difference. In my estimation, it is a difference. I think, you know, one atrocity, you know, both atrocities is the same to me, but is that, you know, is I guess it's the relationship. One is a relationship with Israel. It's like there's certain places on this planet that this government is going to run before.
I don't like it. Like, shit pop off in Gaza. You there. Like, we've been looking at Haiti now for a year. Me and you alone.
True.
And nothing? I don't get that, bro. You can't tell me women and kids are getting raped, because that's what's happening in Haiti.
But see, this is another issue that goes along with that. And the allies of ours too. And they are very, very powerful. Might not be as powerful as we are, but they're very, very powerful. Take England or Great Britain for one. There's nobody running to the defense of Haiti right now.
I don't like it.
And like I say, Great Britain is powerful, France is powerful, Germany is powerful. We know Russia, China, they probably don't give a fuck.
Right now, the whole remember I told you I don't want to hear no fucking bills or nothing? They already passed it. $14.5 billion aid to Israel.
Well, we already been through that.
Haiti's still suffering as we speak.
When Israel became the country of Israel in 1950, whatever, the first country that jumped out there to recognize Israel and to support Israel was the United States. And ever since that day, you know what I'm saying, Israel had the big bad wolf at its back. And until that, and until there's, I would say, peace in the Middle East and whatever, the United States, above all else, is going to run to Israel's aid, because if it wasn't for the United States, there would be no Israel. In the minute that the United States would kick Israel to the curb and say, we ain't fucking with y'all no more, Israel's going to be invaded on all sides, and you will see a genocide in Israel that will make the Holocaust look like nothing.
You think so?
I know so.
Now I'm gonna take a few things back here. First of all, Biden has went to the Dominican and talked to the president as we speaking. Somebody know he did. He did it yesterday. He's already talking about Haiti and the unrest in Haiti.
Okay.
So that is a step. I'm not gonna lie to that, right? It's late, but it is a step. I'm not gonna even bullshit you, right? Get something, try something.
That's
but I'm glad that he is on his mind, put it like that.
That's good, because we know that his word and his what he say carries a lot of weight. So that would mean that if United States would get involved in something that's going on in Haiti, that means he can approach our allies and be like, look, this the deal. We got shit going on in Ukraine. We got shit going on in Israel. Then you got Iran and some of these mullahs or whatever the fuck over there sneaking around doing some funky shit, because people that, well, I ain't gonna say not recognize them, but maybe some people don't know that Iran, through their little proxies or whatever, and they've been sending drones and flying shit over the American military bases. And we had to drop a bomb on their ass, drop a couple drones on their ass last week. So,
but still, I understand that. I appreciate him going over there. Yeah. Obviously, he's ready to get down and make some deals or something. Obviously, it's on his mind, so that's cool.
So I would think in the near future you're going to see I think they want to come to the table and try to resolve this, or you're going to see some other countries that's aligned with the United States. It's going to send some peacekeeping forces or some kind of forces up in there.
Yeah, it's obviously that's what he's doing. Like, this politics, right? You go to these countries, let them know. We talk about these topics. Then when he about to make his decision on doing something, he could touch back on these countries to help him. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's really, I see what's happening.
My problem is with that, yeah, okay, we want the United States and we want the president to come over to send some people over there. I want to know what the fuck the United Nations is doing about this. Because you ain't heard the United Nations condemn shit. United Nations has peacekeeping forces that they can send over to Haiti.
Yeah.
So why haven't the United Nations done something or done more to get this situation under control in Haiti? Because they should have been the first ones when this shit kicked off. They should have been the first ones to doing something.
That's what the fucking United Nations is for.
I mean, it's late, but anything that be done from this point on, I appreciate it. So appreciate Joe Biden for going on that motherfucker, talking to like I was busting his ass for all this time. Like, I give him credit for now doing some things where hopefully he can get something done. You know what I'm saying? And this is what he said about
President Joe Biden discussed the security situation in Haiti while meeting with his counterpart from the Dominican Republic in the Oval Office. It's there the two leaders also talked about the Israel-Hamas war, announcing that 74 Americans managed to leave Gaza Thursday.
That's in addition to the 5 Americans who departed Gaza yesterday.
And while Americans leave, 55 trucks with food, water, and medical supplies went into the war zone. It comes out.
I'm thinking about this thing right here, bro. They gonna keep doing this, put it like that. Like, it's no end to stuff like this. Like, they live there. This is their life. They gonna constantly, like every 5 years, do stuff like this, bro. It's like, I don't even think it's a defense to this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just something that's gonna happen. And I feel sorry for Americans that goes overseas and just live their normal. Like, I had a friend that goes to church and all that stuff, and he be going out to Israel. So I don't know. This is before the war broke out, right? He told me, "Oh yeah, September I'm going out to Israel." I'm looking at him like, "Bro, you crazy?" That's my automatic reaction. This is before anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why would you want to be out there? You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you risk so much going to Israel, bro. Even if in your mind you're going to do some spiritual thing, right?
But I was about to
in
say
the end, you're in the middle of somewhat. I told my man that he said, "Man, you tripping, bro? You tripping? What?"
Well, it's like
You better start watching the news, man.
Just like Muslims, in the same way that Muslims want to take a trip to Mecca, to their holy land. A lot of Christians want to visit Israel, and which is the holy land.
And you fuck around, get there and get your ass took off. Head took off out that bitch.
Right. And
or kidnapped.
So
you definitely get kidnapped. Those people that go there in churches and stuff, they the ones that get kidnapped first.
Yeah. Oh, it's a lot going on. See, right? I subscribe to a magazine that I get. It's called Voice of the Martyrs. It's from it's a Christian group that they do a lot of work around the world, and it got articles in there of how it's basically magazines of how Christians are persecuted, or highlighting how Christians are persecuted around the world. And if you read this, when people read this, you would be shocked. I mean, people would actually be shocked that some of the things that you hear on TV ain't nothing to some of the articles I can bring to you about how Christian villages have been wiped out, how they've been winning in, been slaughtered, and Christian preachers and pastors have been murdered in, I mean, some of the most heinous ways you could fucking believe. And a lot of it, you know, especially in Muslim countries, that people try to spread the gospel of Christ, you put your life on the line. And you so right about over in that, what's going on over in that area. And until I think for peace to start in the Middle East, you got to get this Israeli-Palestine thing.
This is got to end, yeah.
And, you know, everybody, I know this country, the administration
most administrations been pushing. Well, all administrations. I don't know what the fuck Trump was pushing for, so I don't really get that headache. It's been pushing for a two-state solution.
I don't think that's what they want, though.
Palestine wants a two-state solution, but does Israel want? Israel believes that.
I think some of the instances.
I believe that Israel believes that that's their land or whatever.
Exactly.
And until that is solved, then I think from there you can work on a broader piece in the Middle East. Because until but even though it was all this was part one of the things that this shit Hamas did fucked everything up, because you already had peace negotiations with Saudi Arabia and Israel, which was due to start. But all that's been, and I think it was another country over there involved. And so you already had that as your base to work out from, but the shit with Hamas fucked that up. So that's been put on hold. Now you got all that other shit with Hamas and Israel flared up. Then you got Iran throwing shit in the game and doing sneaky shit over there. Then you got people with feelings on both sides. I feel for people on both sides. I don't get with the killing of innocent women and children, innocent people, period. Because a lot of the people over there, especially in Palestine, don't want this. But Hamas is running the fucking country, is running the government. So what can they do? You know?
No bullshit.
Then you got people, you got Muslims all around the world talking mad, fucked up with Israel, saying Israel doing is a genocide and all this stuff. Yeah, you can look at it that way, but you still have to look at the fact that one Saturday morning, Israel was chilling. These motherfuckers flew all kind of shit over there, unbeknownst, without warning, without nothing. Just fuck y'all up. And now people got raw feelings on both sides of that shit. And you got, oh my God, you got people like MAGA Republicans want to institute Muslim bans and all this shit again. And this shit is just from one group pulling a move like they pull. That shit done affected the whole world. We got a protest. You know, it's a protest. It's a protest in the city this weekend. I think it's tomorrow. They done shut down streets and shit already for it.
There's a lot, man. When you talk politics, it's so deep, so many different angles. That's why we appreciate everybody that tune into us every week.
Right.
But we're gonna give it to you the best way we can, you know what I'm saying, for you to decipher that shit, you know.
And you know what? While you saying that, I'm gonna say this too. Those of y'all who catch us on YouTube and Facebook, Twitter, wherever you catch us at, I know every platform we on is a comment section. And if you don't understand something, or something you think you left out, or you want to know about something, leave us a comment. We'll get it in. We'll look it up. We'll get it in. We even bring you on the show. You ain't got no problem with that. But look, people, this is stuff y'all need to know. Because whether y'all know it or not, it do affect y'all. It's gonna affect your kids. Because if some idiot, we put the wrong idiot in office, or somewhere else they put the wrong idiot in office, and they happened to set off World War III with nukes. Guess who kids gonna be fighting that war?
I think after a while we should get rid of all nukes. I mean, that was Obama was trying to do for real. I'm thinking at some point it shouldn't even be on Earth. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what Obama was talking about at that point. It's like just get rid of all of them.
You know why?
Just get rid of everybody shit.
You know, hey, it was nice Obama said that, but Obama knew that wasn't gonna happen.
Hell
You
no.
know why? You know why? Because we ain't gonna get rid of ours.
Ain't nobody get rid of them joints, yo. That nigga said, let's everybody get rid of them. Like, okay, you throw yours first, motherfucker.
That's what they gonna say. Okay, you get rid of yours first. No. Hey, that's a nice thought. I love you, Obama, but that's a nice thought. But that ain't happening.
Hell no.
That's one. We ain't getting rid of ours. And we already know Russia not getting rid of theirs. And they got just as many or a little bit more than we had.
You can say whatever with Russia, they ain't get rid of that
shit. They get rid of that shit. Yeah. And one of the problems is in the Middle East is Israel got nukes. And nobody else got nukes.
Pakistan got some. Pakistan had them first.
I mean, Israel had them first. Israel
Pakistan got them.
I
know Saudi Arabia ain't got none.
Nah. Iran ain't got none. Iraq ain't
Fuck
got none.
no.
But one of the problems is,
Israel,
at the time,
you gotta realize Israel in the middle of how they exist like that, bro.
But that's the way it always been.
It's just crazy.
Well, I ain't gonna say that it came to be that way. I'm gonna put it like that. Because if you go back, you can go, like I say, if people want to know how it started, and you have to go read.
It gotta be the only country that's surrounded by shit like that. It's like, the whole country is surrounded by people that cannot stand you. That's just crazy.
But it came to be built that way.
That is not just can't stand you, will blow that self up to kill you. That just not a world to live. That's why they don't have no open borders in Israel. Everything closed up. Everybody white stay in, everybody black stay the fuck out.
I was just studying that in the Bible of the week. Right. When it first kicked off. About that land, how it goes back to. I mean,
they've been fighting on that joint for a minute.
Yep.
I think Obama was the only president that really had some type of something that they can work with.
If you want to know where it started in the book of Genesis.
But I don't think you can solve this problem when both people think that's their land. It's like,
right.
And then they won't just give it up for money. This is some sacred shit. Meaning, there's no money. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's crazy.
It's no amount of money that's gone.
Exactly.
It has never been about. And
it's
the
the
thing is,
craziest
it's never been
shit.
about money. But it's crazy. It's something.
Why can't it be like Obama? I mean, Biden just go over there, join with the rest of the presidents, and just be like, look, let's do this then. That whole thing is just blocked off from either one of you motherfuckers. It's UN run this whole Gaza Strip.
That's not going to happen.
And you two stay in your fucking country, you stay in your fucking country. This here neutral shit. Run by the UN.
Nah.
Why that can't work? Like, if you want to come on this property, whole cycle property, come on. You can too. But you can't own it. It's not yours, it's not yours. It's the UN. Move on. You know what I'm saying? Do your prayer and take your ass home. Simple as that. Long as they sit here trying to fight over the land, thinking, okay, if we win, it's ours. Once you take that out of their brain.
See, it goes. Like I say, it goes back. It starts from biblical times. You had a war, a couple of wars. I mean, you even had a recent war.
We'll have another one.
Which right, and now you got. But see, this war the thing about it is, this war is really not over the land. The war is over the dumb shit Hamas did. And Israel,
It triggers it, yeah.
Right. But Israel going up in there, but see, Israel not going up in there to occupy the land. And plus, Biden already warned Israel, no, y'all can't go up in there and occupy the land.
Yeah.
You can't go over there, y'all can go up in there to take care of the people who attack y'all. But you can't go up in there and occupy the land. So they're not going up in there to occupy the land because they're not going to let them occupy the land. Because everybody's still pushing for a two-state solution. But you're going up in there and you tearing shit up, looking for Hamas. Which Hamas is, it's
hard to
I'm
do.
gonna say this. Where Hamas concerned. The way you're doing it is some cowardly shit. Because for one, you sneak attack another country, and you sneak attack another country that you knew wasn't gonna hold nothing back and come after that ass. You knew this. But what you do, instead of fighting them people straight up, you out there hiding amongst the people. And you hide amongst the people, and the people are becoming collateral damage. Now you saying you want a ceasefire and you want to negotiate. When you went over there and bombed these people and went over there and snatched up all kind of people and kidnapped people, and now when these people are like, no, fuck that, we tired of this shit with y'all. Y'all always firing rockets over here. We sick and tired of this shit. This is the last straw. We gonna wipe your ass out. But you want to hide. You don't want to come out and say, well, fuck it, let's get it on. You want to hide amongst the people. And now the people over there, you got innocent men, women, and children. And then on top of that, you're putting out propaganda, like the hospital bombing. That wasn't a hospital bomb. Then you put out enough, like, I think it was early this week or late last week, from over in Palestine, they put out a video of a bombing or the aftermath of a bombing. And it wasn't nothing that happened in recent events. It was something that happened years ago. And they put the video out like it just happened. So now you're putting out propaganda to make the other people.
It's misleading.
Yeah, you're misleading people. Yeah. And at some point, look, if you wasn't going to come and fight these people straight up, you shouldn't have did what the fuck you did.
When you start misleading motherfuckers, that makes things worse. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right. Now you got people over here. You got Muslims in this country, or people who support the Palestine. Hey man, but fuck that shit. If Joe Biden going to support motherfucking Israel and they genocide, I ain't voting for him. Guess what? You will never, ever in this country get a president who will not support Israel in anything they do, especially when the motherfucker jump on Israel. So I don't give a fuck who you vote for or don't vote for. Because for one, if you think withholding your vote is going to only punish Joe Biden, go ahead and you put Trump up in there. And you know what? You'll be that much closer to World War III with nukes than you ever was.
Let's believe it. Well, as long as we motherfucking Biden just keep a hand on this joint, keep being aggressive where he at, it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? But each and every Tuesday night live, you'll see us. You know what I'm saying, dog? You might catch us another night, but definitely Tuesday night. You know what I'm saying, dog? Where you catch on the Hood View Politics from Rabbit Jones and my man
Tony, the #1 soul brother.
When we come Hood View deep to give you the motherfucking politics so you can understand them. You know what I'm saying, dog? So catch us. Hey, what's the day?
Day Friday.
Catch us Tuesday. You know what I'm saying, dog? Nice and
like you say, like I say, y'all got a comment, y'all got a question, y'all got a subject you want to talk about. Hey, hit us up. And and the email to hoodviewpolitics@gmail.com. And we sure enough hit you back.
Let's get it. Politics, baby. Don't forget Tuesday. Holler at your boys. We might have this motherfucking MAGA man in here. We never know. MAGA man might come back.